Back in July, Andrew caught the coronavirus while he was on a work trip in Corpus Christi. Since then, I've stayed in touch with his family through the highs and lows of his recovery, and I'm happy to say that after all this time, the Capen family is finally able to breathe a sigh of relief. You hear that? That's the sound of new life. Andrew is breathing easy with 2 new lungs in his chest, but he was a very different man just a few months before this. When his lungs were collapsing under the virus, he was put on ECMO, a device that oxygenates his blood. ECMO kept him stable, but soon it became clear that a double lung transplant was the only thing that could save him.
A lot of people, it does happen where, their lungs get a chance to rest, they give them some medicine, and then their lungs just start working again. That just never happened with me.
While Andrew's lungs deteriorated, the Capen family found they had 2 obstacles to beat: the coronavirus itself and insurance red tape. His mother, Brenda Capen, says Andrew didn't have insurance when he got sick, and getting him on emergency Medicaid took months. In fact, Brenda says she had to call politicians all over Texas and the governor's office until coverage finally came through for Andrew in December. But even then, the hits kept coming.
Every time we got something squared away, another thing happened. So we get the insurance figured out. Then I had another infection. Once we got that infection figured out, it turns out that I had, my kidneys were failing again, and I needed to go back on dialysis.
Hope, like every shallow breath, welled up inside Andrew, only to escape again. Hospital after hospital denied him a transplant. His doctors knew he couldn't survive without new lungs, so they told Andrew what no patient wants to hear.
So one of the doctors told me that it was a very good chance. That, his exact words is, we're gonna have to figure out how you're gonna die. And I didn't know how to take that, and I took it really bad.
When it seemed Andrew was bound to die in this hospital bed sooner or later, he was tempted to give up on life, just as his lungs had already given up on him.
I didn't even want to watch TV. I didn't want to talk.
All that sustained him was a simple promise to his mother.
I made him promise me that he wouldn't give up. He had to keep fighting. He had to pinky swear he was going to stand up every day. He was going to eat every day.
And so he did, every single day. Andrew beat an infection and kidney failure, and the Capen family broadcasted his success wherever they could.
We're at 1 minute.
Until good news finally made its way to the COVID ward. His nurses cheered him on as Andrew was rolled out of his room, bound for a Houston hospital where a new pair of lungs were waiting to save his life.
It's weird to say, but it was probably one of the best moments of my life. Just knowing that you're gonna make it, and you're not gonna be just another little digit at the end of the ever-growing number of COVID deaths.
He might have, if not for his mother. That Houston hospital was the last option for a lung transplant, and it almost didn't accept Andrew's Medicaid plan. The surgery only happened after Brenda pleaded with the governor's office to make a special exception for the surgery.
It was absolutely unacceptable that Andrew was working this hard to stay alive, and that others would give up on him and tell him, well, we'll just have to figure out how to let you die most comfortably. He's like, no, he was fighting to live.
Fighting with hundreds of people on his side. Throughout this gut-wrenching year, family, friends, and strangers sent their love in Facebook posts, cards, and notes, pushing Andrew to make it through one more day until the battle was finally over.
Nobody gave up on me.
Big breath in.
That's how much time I needed, and that's how much time they gave me.
After all those months in the hospital, Andrew Capen is finally ready to open a new chapter of his life. And I mean that quite literally. He's writing a book detailing his brush with the coronavirus through his eyes. I want to say everyone here at CBS 7 is very much looking forward to reading it, and we all want to say we're thrilled to finally see Andrew laughing again.